Hello everyone, thank you for tuning into Team Forbidden's YouTube page. It is I, Scott, otherwise known as Son the Fanatic. Starting with a brand new video series on this channel that I'm kind of surprised we haven't done before, considering Andrew's nomenclature is The Collector. So I guess it's kind of weird that me as the Fanatic is doing this first, but for those of you who don't know, we don't only just play the card games that we showcase on this channel, we also collect them as well. So this one right here, as you can see in the thumbnail, this is my Terriermon binder. Y'all know I'm a Greymon tamer through and throughout, but my second favorite line in the entire game, this one. So let me just go ahead and put this on and moment tie with me as I show off my collection of the Terriermon cards. And for those who didn't watch the sub for Digimon Tamers, moment tie means chill, relax, take it easy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open this sucker up. So the first thing I'm going to preface is some of these cards are probably going to change in order depending on, because we have a starter deck for these cards coming out, akin to the advanced starter deck for Beelzemon. Hopefully it's alliance based, because if it's not, I have no clue what the heck Bandai is doing. But I'll start off, I probably should organize it more like the sets themselves, or just, you know, do them in the order that they came out. It would make it a lot easier, and then I'd only have to move stuff around for alternate arts. But I like doing Digi-Eggs first, then the level 3s, then the 4s, then the 5s, then the 6s, then the Tamers, then the options. My rule for basically the collecting is it has to either be directly in the theme for that particular Digimon species, or have that Digimon in the artwork. So on my first page, I've got the regular Gummymon from EX2 and the Gummymon alternate art from that same set, followed by the Kokomon from EX4. This is literally the Terriermon baby. Not much else to say here. First page, I decided to put all three different versions of the EX2 Terriermon here, followed by the EX1 Lopmon, and then Terriermon, and the BT5 Terriermon Assistant. One of the Digimon I don't have in here is I don't have the judge stamp for the Terriermon Assistant. I usually avoid putting stamp cards in the collection because they're usually a little bit harder to get. On top of, I don't know, it just seems kind of ugly sometimes to me. That's just my personal preference. Going on from here, we have the Terriermon Assistant and the alt art from EX4. And then arguably the best Terriermon, which one of the other things that's coming down is this card actually has 4 alt arts. There was a Chinese exclusive alt art for this particular Terriermon card that is kind of like this one, but it's just Terriermon and Lopmon lying down and playing in like a bed. If we ever get that card over here, everything's going to have to move down, but everything's going to have to move around with the starter deck anyway. And then we have the Terriermon from BT8. Next up, I put all the Alliance stuff on this page. I probably should have included the Alliance Digimon in their respective colors, but they're all green, so in my opinion, it really doesn't matter. Usually I go by play cost, then DP, and then name after that, and depending on what set it's from. So we got the Black Gargomon, the Terriermon, and the Wendigomon from EX4, the Gargomon from BT3, which arguably is still really good. Alt art for that, which was the tournament promo, and the one from EX2, which it reduces Digivolution costs, but I'm not entirely sure if it's really necessary. Next up, we've got, of course, the Rapidmons. Would have been all Rapidmons on the page, but the Antilomon had to just edge out in front of the other one first. So regular Rapidmon from BT8, then the alt art Golden Armor, BT3 Rapidmon, EX2, the regular one, and then the tournament promo, then the Alliance Antillamon, which, by the way, for those of you who have been keeping up with the EX5 reveals, this thing might actually be really, really good in that Deva deck with all the 4 Sovereign Aces and the Huanglongmon. And we have the Antillamon, the Black Rapidmon, Mega Gargomon from BT3. This entire page is basically all the Mega Gargomon alt arts. This one came out recently with the Beelzemon deck box. And it's basically this card, but as you can see, it's borderless, and I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but it's actually textured. This is a really nice looking card. So is this card. Not sure why this one isn't. But these are all the... In my opinion, this is arguably still the best Mega Gargomon card that came out. I know a lot of people really think the EX5 one is... sorry, the EX2 one is better. But... I'm normally a red player. I'm aggressive. This thing has Security Attack +1 on it. Security Attack +1 is never not going to be good. Well, okay, unless the Venusmon is out and just negating all your effects, but that's beside the point. Next page. We got the Cherubimons. Then, speaking of the EX2 Mega Gorgomons, and the Black Mega Gorgomon. This guy is actually really, really good. He's actually a really, really solid card. It's just a shame that the Alliance deck is not as powerful as it could be. It's missing something. I'm not entirely sure what. But who knows? Maybe the starter deck will fix that and give us something that'll really work for it. Into the Tamers after that. We have the Willis, the regular, and the alt art. The Henry Wong, same, regular and alt art. And then Henry and Susie. The biggest crime for the Henry and Susie Tamer is, for some reason, if you saw the Blue Flare deck profile, I made a point of mentioning how the Kiriha and Nene Tamer counted as both of them. For whatever reason, they forgot to do that with this one. I don't know why, but they just did. The reason that matters is the Lopmon cards, and we'll get to those in a few moments. And in a few moments, I mean right now. So, this one, you can still unplay it, look at your top security, add to your hand, and then draw one. This one, however, specifically requires Suchong Wong in order to get the recovery. So again, this one plays a Lopmon for free if you've only got one or fewer bodies out. Why it doesn't say this card is always treated as Henry Wong and Suchong Wong when this card existed is a huge oversight. So then we have the Lopmon from Starter Deck 10. One of the interesting things to note is that I noticed that Terriermon is always a vaccine on its line, but the Lopmon is always data. Unless it's the dark versions, in which case it's a virus type. But speaking of, Terriermon, the light evolution of Lopmon, and the Deva Antillamon. This is the one that can digivolve if you have, again, Suchong Wong specifically. They literally had 2 cards in the second EX set that listed Suchong Wong specifically. Why didn't they put that on the Tamer? It doesn't make any sense at all. That doesn't. This is basically Ultimate War Greymon. You can actually build a Lopmon deck with this card and have the new Terriermon egg as the base egg. So then you trash the security and unsuspend it, and then boom, you've got 2 attacks with jamming. It's actually a nice little combo. I was actually thinking about building a Kentarosmon deck with these cards in it, but the issue that came from that was the Kudamon specifically looks for vaccine, and these are all data. So they can work, because there's the consistency with the trashing security, but because these are data, if you hit these with the Kudamon, there they go, bottom deck. But yeah, I'm actually kind of a fan. We should have talked on this with the Terriermon about the scenes from the anime, but I know a lot of people don't like them. I don't know why. This is a fun thing about Digimon Tamers. My dad hates anime. Tamers is the only anime that he would watch with me and actually said was good. And that's partially due to the fact that they didn't butcher it in the dub like they did the first 2 seasons and just turn various things into jokes for no reason. But it's also because the original Japanese version, I'm sorry, hands down, it is still the best series of the bunch. It's got the best protagonists, the best... literally, the only thing the series doesn't have is Agumon, Greymon, Metal Greymon, and War Greymon. That line, my favorite line in the entire show, is not in the show. And I am still saying it is the best season of that show by far. That's high praise. Best show. A lot of people don't like these. These are textured. I personally like them. I don't know what people are complaining about. So we have the vanilla Entilomon, the yellow Cherubimons, both of them. Honestly, I think, because this thing came out in BT8, this thing, in my opinion, should have been yellow-purple. If this were yellow-purple, it probably would have worked out a little bit better. I mean, you can still use Analog Youth to bring this out or search this thing and trash it if you're running the purple Cherubimon deck, because this was tailor-made for the purple Cherubimon deck, even though nobody played that deck past BT6, and we'll get to that in a moment. Suchong Wong from EX2. Code cracking. It doesn't have any relation to the stuff, but this is what I meant about the option cards showing the Digimon on it. Because this literally shows Cherubimon getting corrupted into the virus version. I'm sorry, no, the dark version, because that's a vaccine for some reason. That makes no sense. And starting off this page with all the purple stuff, it's the Heaven's Judgment. One of the most broken option cards in the game. And these are just the 4 copies of it that I have in the binder. Again, most broken option card in the game. I got 4 boxes of EX4. I kept like 3 playsets of this card. Just because of how stupid it is. So, moving on to our only other Kokomon egg in there. Yeah, I kind of screwed up my stuff putting the Kokomon egg here, but I put all the green stuff together, so whatever. Purple Lopmon. This alt art still looks really good. Wendigomon. Virus. Entilomon. Virus. Cherubimon. Vaccine. What the hell is this? This makes literally no sense. I don't understand. How is this the only fallen angel that's... Actually, no. This one, vaccine. A Funimon fall down mode. I'm not sure how, but that one's a vaccine. Shadow Seraphimon. Virus. What? How does this work? How does this work? This doesn't make any sense. But Purple Cherubimon. This thing had a whole deck based around it, BT7. Literally the only reason nobody plays this deck anymore, it's just slow. You have to spend a bunch of time trying to set tamers up and setting up your trash with lower level Digimon to play. With level 3s like Lucimon and stuff. It was just too slow, and that's why a lot of people aren't running it. What's funny is that there is a strategy that you can use with the Alliance Cherubimon and the Yellow Cherubimon as well, where sort of the same thing, where this thing can be played or on Player Digivolution. No, you can delete one of your purple Terriermon to reduce the play cost by 8. So you essentially just play this for 3. This one, when you Digivolve into it, for that turn, until the end of the opponent's turn, you can just play this thing back. So it's funny that they remembered to make the interaction with this, but not the interaction with this. Okay, I'm done ranting about that. We're almost at the end of the binder anyway. Tarnished Hero. Again, this is literally only here because Terriermon Vice is in there. Again, Vaccine, why? And Calamon's in here because it's actually Terriermon support. So we've got the Calamon itself, the alt art, which just has the Gallantmon there, and then the box promo. And for the last page in our binder, we've got the regular and the foil version of Digital Translator. Literally, this is only in here because Mega Gargomon's in the artwork. And I've got plenty of pages left for, you know, when the starter deck stuff comes out, because we're still missing Terriermon X, we're still missing Lopmon X. Hopefully I don't have to separate this into 2 different binders when all of those cards come out. I'm assuming the Terriermon X is going to be green based. I'm assuming the Lopmon X is probably going to be yellow based, but who knows? They could base it off of the Alliance stuff, go from there. I guess what I'm expecting from the green starter deck is for them to have Alliance versions of regular Gargomon, Green Rapidmon, and Mega Gargomon. That would be my guess for the new cards in there. Probably a new Henry and Susie. Maybe an option card. But yeah, that's basically what we've got right now. Until the Chinese alternate art comes over here into the West, because Japan's already got it. This is basically a complete Terriermon collection. So, guys, like, comment down below. Let us know what other videos you'd like to see from us, or if there's any other collections that you would like to see showcased on the camera here, be it from Andrews or myself. Hit that subscribe button and that bell down below for notifications, and we'll catch you guys later.